Alrighty, howdy y'all. Hope y'all are having a great day. Today we're back for another push day. So starting off obviously with barbell bench, then see how it goes from there. Like I said previously, I'm gonna be more lenient, not lenient, but like more open to trying more movements or different machines. But I really want to focus today on bench because I think I might try doing some maxes soon. Probably just squat and deadlift. I don't really, or squat and bench because I don't really deadlift anymore. When I originally started lifting, I trained more for powerlifting because I was training. Football was where I really first started lifting football through my high school, and then I started training for powerlifting more because that was kind of training we did in football to be more like explosive out on the field. But as I got more into lifting, I decided I wanted to do more bodybuilding type of lifting. So I haven't really done deadlifts since then. More just bench and squat because they work well for bodybuilding, in my opinion. I think they're still really good movements. Deadlift, on the other hand, well, it is a good full body builder and not builder, but like full body. Like you need your whole body to do the lift. It's just an okay lower back. So regardless, back to what I was saying, bench press, I'm just constantly focusing on keeping my butt on the bench, keeping my upper back on the bench. And I know a lot of those like niche rules about how you're supposed to bench come from powerlifting. Like in powerlifting, you have to be strict with how you do it or else you get disqualified for the lift. But I still want to practice good form and not be using more of my momentum to push the bar up and whatnot. So I think the main thing for me is limiting my leg drive. Everything else is pretty good, I think. As long as I'm pretty much like not letting my butt come off the bench that much, it's good. But I mean, technically, like for if when I do my maxes, like I'm just gonna be trying to get the weight up. So I can't guarantee it's always gonna be great form. Obviously, I'm gonna do my best, but like if I have to use a bit more leg drive than normal to get it up, that's in my books, that's okay. I'm all right with that. But I know people have different opinions on how they like to do their maxes, how they think it should be done. That's completely fine. And as long as you're doing it how you want to do it, more power to you. I'm glad you're doing it that way. But besides that, same structure to chest to tricep to shoulder workouts. We'll see what I do for tricep. I kind of want to like switch it up a little bit ish, maybe. I don't know. Maybe do some skull crushers or something. We'll see how I'm feeling when I get in there. But other than that, yeah, been a pretty good day. Pretty easy day. One of my classes got canceled, so I didn't even have class till 3 in the afternoon. But I'm ready to hit the gym. But I'm hungry, so I'm gonna get some dinner first, and then see y'all in the gym.
Alrighty, so for this video, trying out something new, just using my phone to record my voice rather than my microphone, seeing whether or not that is better quality. However, to start off, good old push day, of course, we got some barbell bench press, and now I do believe last time I only got 5 with this weight. And as I stated before, really focusing on trying not to use leg drive quite as much. Obviously, I do use it a little bit here, and especially for my last rep, because I know I do struggle with it a little bit, but it is improvement. I did end up getting 6 reps this time around compared to last time. However, I will say I'm almost getting to the point where it's getting a little close to not touching my chest on some of the reps. I got to make sure I'm still just barely touching my chest before coming back up rather than leaving any little space in between there. Now, moving on, incline chest press machine. Pec deck wasn't open. Mondays at this gym, it's kind of odd. It's like really freaking busy all the time on Mondays. And then, like, throughout the weeks, it slowly starts to taper off. However, chest press, incline chest press to be precise, went really well. I managed to get one more than last time on this set right here. And overall I went up in weight and reps for the entire thing, as last time I don't know the specifics, but it was less, and that's all I know. And then this time, moving on, doing some regular tricep pushdowns again. I know I did them recently, but figured might as well do them again. I forgot how much I liked them. Now, with this one, I'm always doing my best to keep my elbows from going up or down, making sure that it's only my tricep that is moving the bar, and doing my best, even though that I'm bent over, not to be like pushing down with like my chest or like squeezing my arms inward to push them down, and just purely focusing on that tricep movement there. And now this time I do believe I also moved up the weight a little bit. Although I did have to move it down for my last set as I did not get 8 reps on my second set. And then moving on to single arm tricep pushdowns. Now, I I don't know, maybe I'm not like getting the full range of motion. I know that when I turn around here that in the camera it really looks like I'm cutting them short, and I'll double check them obviously right now while I'm talking to y'all. But I do my absolute best when I'm doing these to make sure I'm getting as much of that full range of motion as I can. And as you can see, it looks all right. It might be towards the end where I start to get tired, and that can tend to lead to my form getting a little bit sloppy, which obviously I do my best to avoid, but sometimes it happens. Although it does look okay. Maybe I was just seeing things the first time. Overall, I think it went pretty well. And I know last time or like for my arm day, I did say that I was gonna try moving up in weight with the single arm tricep push down, or yeah, single arm tricep push downs, but following regular tricep push downs with those, I expected them to be a lot more tired, which is why I started lighter, which I ended up realizing I could have started heavier, but what is in the past is in the past. Now, moving on to cable lateral raises. I don't know exactly what's going on with my mid delts. You know, I usually am pretty confident and strong with the weight I'm moving while I'm doing my mid delts, and I don't know. They've just been kind of iffy lately. Like, not necessarily pain, but like it's kind of hard to explain. Overall, I'm still doing them good, controlling the movement to the best of my ability, but I'm not like getting the consistent weight that I used to be getting. So, might have to look into changing up how I'm doing my lateral mid delts. I feel like I'm saying it wrong, but side delts. That's yeah. But also, again, the what's it called? Geez, now I'm just blanking on everything. The pec deck was taken, so I wasn't able to do my regular rear delt flies, and I normally like to do the pec deck ones because it keeps me in a much more straight line when it comes to rear delts. But when it's not available, cable rear delt flies are just fine to substitute for it. And here, I think I could have been coming in a little bit farther with some of these reps, but overall, I'm pretty happy with how it went. I haven't done cable rear delts in a little bit, so I started a little lighter. Probably could have gone heavier next time whenever I end up doing that again. Definitely will be going heavier. And now as for posing, overall, I think my posing with my chest, especially this pose in particular, has been getting a lot better. Now, again, I have that like limited rotation when I'm trying to do these tricep posing whatnot, and it's just they're still just all right. Still places to improve on, and like I had said in my arm day, I think I end up doing it here. We're about to see, but when I do that like shoulder posing where I turn my arms and kind of lean down, I really want to figure out how to do that because I know that's not like a stereotypical, or not even stereotypical, but just not a really a bodybuilding pose that you do on stage. But I do think it's a good way to show just like the top of your shoulders at an angle that the camera can catch better than just, I don't know, some other one where you're standing up straight. And also, you might have seen there my dumbass slapping my tricep like that's going to make it look better in a pump. I don't really know what I was doing. Yeah, here's where I'm talking about the shoulder thing. I just like doing that because it gives me a good top view of like my mid delts and whatnot. And even though I didn't do biceps, I'm still doing this pose. So, yeah. Other than that, cardio's coming up, and I'll see you guys back at the apartment. Alrighty, all done with chest and triceps and shoulders. Now, overall, pretty good day. Those kind of accessory lifts with the triceps and shoulders, they were good. They could have been better. I mean, everything can always be better, but specifically the rear delts, like I said, I don't really like doing cable rear delts. It's kind of hard to explain, but like, it's hard to explain. My shoulder, I can't even explain it, but just being able to use pec deck machine to do my rear delts is just so much more helpful, as it just keeps my arm in a completely straight line the entire time. I can really focus on that rear delt rather than having the cable and focusing on keeping it straight like across my body the entire time and all that hoopla. And obviously it's not like that hard to do, it's just like that little bit of having to control makes it worse obviously than just using the pec deck for it. So other than that, not too much else to say. Cardio's been good. I haven't really talked about cardio. I usually try to, I don't want to always hit 30 minutes of cardio because, and I could be wrong, pretty sure Jeff Nippert said like 20 minutes. I don't know. I watched a video about something about cardio and like 20 minutes when cutting is like the best because then cortisol release doesn't happen or something, and it allows you to still build muscle like the same amount without, I don't fucking, maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. But I usually want, well, and just to save myself time, so I use the elliptical. Elliptical is a godsend. I really like the elliptical. I think it's underrated. I highly recommend using it. It's really not that hard of a workout and it burns calories really fast. I mean, as you could see in this video, I mean, 28 minutes, 45 seconds, and I burned 400 calories. So 400 before 30 minutes is always great. So besides the lift, what do I have to talk about? Oh, I never did touch on the, or my opinion on the movie that I went and, saw after my arm day. It was between The Naked Gun and Weapons. Now, The Naked Gun was a comedy and Weapons was a horror. And The Naked Gun looked really funny, but the reviews were so-so, and I know obviously I shouldn't base everything off the reviews because it's everyone's opinion. Someone may love that movie, someone may hate it, but Weapons had really good ratings. So I'm like, I'm not normally a horror movie guy, but let's go see Weapons. So my buddy got us the tickets, whatnot, and we went and saw it. Disappointed. People loved it, and that's okay. And the reviews show that people really liked it. I'm not a fan of supernatural horror movies, not in the fact that they scare me, but actually like the opposite. Like, this movie had one good jump scare at the beginning, and then I thought the rest was subpar. Like, I think it's so much more interesting when it's more grounded and realistic, like the whole wrap in the hair. I guess spoilers, whatever. But overall, just alright. And there was something else I wanted to talk about. My buddy thought it was better than the Fantastic Four, and I'm not saying Fantastic Four is great. We've also seen Fantastic Four. It was like, the Fantastic Four movie was like really good until they came back from battling Galactus in space, and then it was just sub-tier Marvel normal trope. So, but I like that more than Weapons. I thought Weapons was overrated. I don't think Supernatural's that good, and after that one good jump scare at the beginning, I don't think it was scary the rest of the movie. So overall, was really disappointed. I think I gave it like a 6.5. I could maybe give it a 7 because I guess 6.5 is like D, and I wouldn't say it's a D. So yeah, I guess a 7 for like a C minus, but it was not good. I did not think it was good. I thought the story was like an interesting concept, but when it comes to supernatural stuff, that just kind of throws me off, turns me off. So yeah, we got the Sunshine Coast coming up at the end of this week. I'm going to do my best to find a gym around there while we're up there to work out at and still get videos out. So we'll see how that goes. But other than that, I hope you all enjoyed the video and have a great rest of your day.